Welcome to another episode of Podcast with NC. This is a live podcast number 2. Today I'm going to share with you a hike that I had with my coworkers at work a month ago at the Oxbow Park. Hiking is a very nice activity because one is healthy. Walking and getting some steps in is always good. And secondly, it's more fun when you're doing with a group of other people. And third, you get to enjoy the scenery, especially the nature and all the trees and flowers. And I love photos and I love to take pictures. So it is really a nice activity for me to also being able to take pictures, have companions, as well as a healthy and free activities. This is the map of the park. We were supposed to meet at the letter H, which is the third bridge picnic area. However, when I was punching in my GPS for direction, it took me to the letter G, which is the main parking lot by the nature center with the visitor center. And I came out kind of like on a sharp time, so when I arrived, I probably only arrived like 5 minutes early. And so by the time I got to the parking lot and I didn't see anybody, I knew I was not in the right spot. But luckily, I found somebody who was also wandering around the parking lot. And I spoke to her and she turned out to be in the hiking group as well. So she says she figured out where it is, she thinks. So I just follow her and then she was able to lead me to the letter H. That's where we were. To park and meet with everybody else. And everybody else was still there, so it was fine. We hiked for around 40 minutes on this hike. I don't exactly know where we were with this trail, but basically we started at here and when we came back in here in about 40 to 45 minutes. This is the parking lot area and our cars were parked along the fence down here. You don't see any car, but basically cars will line up on the right here up where my arrows is at. And I really loved the beautiful weathers that day. It was a little hot because there was no cloud. As you can see, it was really sunny. However, once we get into the woods, it was perfect. And I really like the pine tree. Look at how tall and nice these pine trees is. And then in the winter, when it snow, it's all white and the leaves never shed. There's no leaves falling down, so it's really This pretty. Is the beginning of the hike. And as you can see that we start climbing the little bridge here, and we even have like, little kid. He's very energetic. He's like running over back and forth and always kind of all over the place. And there's people who carry toddler on the hike as well, and personally I do not know why you wouldn't want to carry like 30 40 20 30 pounds or whatever on your back as you hike. But I guess if you're the parents and nobody watch after your kid, you have to carry them, or maybe that's just extra weight to train the strength, maybe. And as we go on the bridge, you can see the rivers underneath and it's really beautiful. And then this next slide, you can see that on the sides of the bridge. So on the left here, you can see how green and lush and green colors. Oh my god, it was so nice. And the water is kind of clear, you can kind of see through. It was not very deep, so you can see through and see what is down there. As we continue walking forward into the woods, we kind of starting like to see more greens area and also like a lot of trees. I decided to take a photo here because I saw that bridge there, and you can appreciate how the sunlight is being shaded by all the trees above us with their leaves. So occasionally you can see spot that the sunlight can shine through, and so you kind of get a very good environment or the very good feeling where you're surrounded by trees and then you're being shaded. It was a nice walk. And then after about 45 minutes or so, we started to set for lunch. And basically we have Subway sandwiches that we order, and work provided this, which is really nice. One funny thing is it's kind of like a small potluck event where people can bring their own extra treat other than the sandwich that's provided from work. I brought the water bottles to the event, and actually nobody, or maybe just maybe 3 or 2 people took a water bottle. And that is something really kind of surprising to me because I think everybody needs to drink water. But it turns out that almost everybody have their own individual water bottle. So as you can see in this photo, there's one bottle here, and another bottle here. Everybody actually bring their own personal bottle to the hike, except me. I'm not the kind of person who like to carry something with me along the way, and that's something I feel an inconvenience to have to babysit the water bottle. So that is something that I guess I'm not culturally fit into this culture around me right now. And so I ordered a roast beef for lunch. So that's my sandwich. So before lunch, we decided to set out for group photos. And as you can see that we have a decent size group of people taking a hike that day. I really appreciate how my work unit is able to put together an event like this and kind of also get people to network from other coworkers that you never interact with at work unless this event that kind of brought us together. And I was able to start talking to a few people there that I have never known before. And it's just kind of a fun and short event. It was not like very excessive. You know, it took like 15 minutes to drive there and about 1 hour, 2 hours, including lunch. And that was just a nice leisure event. So I really enjoyed it, and I hope that this is some healthy thing that every single work unit or workforce will kind of plan for their employees, because it's a healthy thing, it's not very costly, and it's a great way to get into social world and network with other people. And some coworkers also bring their own guest, their own family member, so it's also like a family hangout day for some people as well. So that is my little hike and my life blog. I will see what else I can record and bring to the podcast in the future. I hope you guys like it. Leave a comment. Tell me what you like about hiking. Have you been to somewhere similar to this park? Something like that? Share on the comment below.